You ready?
Wow! You there, have you tried this? It's Bitmoji tennis. It's like normal tennis, but from the comfort of your own home.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Snapthis channel, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the brand new game called Bitmoji Tennis, which has just been released into the Snapchat games section of Snapchat. And yes, it is free to play and very enjoyable. Now in terms of formal introductions, my name is Carl Lightning and I help you guys out in the social media community making the most of your social media. And because today's a sport themed video, I thought I'd put my homemade Snapchat sports shirt on and have some recreational tennis balls with the Snapchat logo in. Now Bitmoji Tennis can be found in the Snapchat games section on any chat with your friends, whether this be a group chat or just a one-on-one with your friend. Down the bottom right you'll see a little rocket, tap onto that and you'll see the roster of Snapchat games. Now currently Bitmoji Tennis is at the top, and if you tap on play you have now initiated Bitmoji Tennis. Now in terms of playing Bitmoji Tennis, as soon as you initiate the game you're met with a character called Rackets, and he's going to tell you the rules and ways of Bitmoji Tennis. And it's pretty simple. If you don't pick it up from the tutorial, you can tap to move around or slide your finger along the bottom to move your character around. The ball will be hit automatically. And to aim your shots, you've just got to tilt your devices. Now be careful, when I mean tilt, we mean twist the wrist, not the phone. So you may find that sometimes it's a little bit off, but get practicing and you'll be able to hit an ace of a shot. Now in terms of Bitmoji Tennis, when playing it, it is a 1 versus 1, you versus your friend. And if your friend isn't available, of course, you can go against Rackets to have a practice match. Now what makes Bitmoji nice is that every end of the game, you do get offered a special racket. You do have to watch an advertisement to claim it, but it's 5 seconds of your time and it's definitely worth it for the next match. Now just to show you what rackets we have, we're going to head over to the racket store. So the rackets that are available in Bitmoji Tennis, of course you've got the standard one which you start any game with, and there is no special abilities apart from it hits the ball. Now the first 2 rackets I'd like to talk about that have special abilities really improve the player's abilities and not obviously the rackets. And the ones I'd like to talk about is the ultra light one, which allows your player to run faster, so the wider shots when they're being hit to and from each side you can get easier because your player can run slightly faster. And if that one's not good enough, we have the long racket, which does sort of a similar thing, but you have longer arm span, so you don't have to be as close to the ball to return the shot. Now, the next 2 rackets are going to improve the gameplay and might give you a slight edge on winning the game. And the first one I'd like to talk about is the warped racket, and this basically allows the player to do curve shots, and this essentially can trick the other player in where the ball's going to land. And the other racket that improves your gameplay is called the safety racket, and essentially this one stops it from going out. And if you don't know the rules of tennis, when you're playing on singles, the 2 lines on the outside of the course, these lines here, mean if the ball was to land in here, it is out. Now this racket stops it from going out, so essentially you can aim really wide and there's no chance of it going out. The last 3 rackets that you can be upgraded to is firstly the scoped racket. This one allows you to see exactly precisely where it's going to land. There's a little cross on the opposite side of the course to show you where it's going to land. You can use this of course to plan your shots before the ball has even been taken. Another one of these rackets that has a good ability is the power shot racket, and this essentially allows you to always have fast shots, which is going to keep the pace of the game up, and if your friend isn't on the ball, he is going to lose the eye of the ball. And the last racket is the psychic racket, and this one will allow you or predict where the ball is going to land on the return shot. So as soon as your friend has taken the shot, a purple shape will appear where the ball will bounce, and if you get your player there in time, it will return the shot. Yes, it's a very overpowered racket, but these rackets all have different tasks and they make the game very entertaining. So if you can, make sure to pick one of these up, as they are free at the end of every single game. You do have to watch an advertisement, but it's definitely worth your time. So to recap our tennis rackets, we've got the standard racket which just hits the ball, you've got the warped racket which will hit curved shots, you've got the ultralight which increases the player speed, you've got the long racket that gives you an extra long arm that can return the shots, we've got the psychic one which will predict the shots when they're on their return, you've got the scoped one which will allow players to get precise aim shots, you've got the safety racket which stops the ball from going out of play, and finally you've got the power racket which makes you hit aces pretty much every time. So those are all the tennis rackets in Bitmoji Tennis, and of course it won't be tennis without the courts. Now Snapchat have done a fantastic job of the colour of the courts. They are beautiful and attractive colours, so well done on that. They are random, so one day you could be playing on an orange course, the next you could be playing on a blue one. Now 2 improvements I'd love to see enter the Bitmoji Tennis game, because as a fan of the game already, I'd like some extra bits because it's just exciting to play. Snapchat, if you're watching, hopefully you can put either one of these in. The first one being doubles, where you can play with multiple friends, so 2 on each side of the course, and basically you battle out to try and win. Again, 5 points, but it would be nice just to have a bit more of a chaotic experience with 4 friends on the court instead of just 2. And the next improvement I'd like to see, I'm not sure if this is in the game yet because I've not actually gone past a high enough number for this really to be in there, but a rally system. So when you score maybe more than 10, that it starts counting up so you can see how many shots you and your friends have had before you've lost the game. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching Snapthis today. It's been a pleasure to bring such an exciting video. I'd like to thank Liam and Sam, who I'll leave their social media links below because they did help us make that tennis sketch earlier on today. And we do plan to put the merchandise back on for the end of the video, and we also want to bring you some merchandise. So soon, when we've hit 10,000k, we do plan to bring some nice merchandise for you guys to use. Oh, hold on a second.
Cheers, mate.
And of course, if you enjoyed today's video, then let us know in the comment section below. And if you're new to the Snapthis channel, then don't forget to subscribe. And of course, give us a like if you really do like our little sketch this morning, because it was exciting to make. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next video.